Welcome to semi-final.
The stage is set. It's the maiden edition of the Royal Banking and Finance Challenge 2017, an inter-university competition among 16 universities poised to champion financial literacy in Ghana. Catch the nerve-wracking moments, the display of intelligence, confidence, courage, and a whole lot to learn. The Royal Banking and Finance Challenge 2017 is supported by the Ghana Stock Exchange, Zenith, Chartered Institute of Bankers Ghana, Glycolife, Databank, Everpure, The Finder, TV Africa, GH1 TV, Joy News, Joy Prime and Adome TV, and proudly brought to you by the Royal Bank.
The Royal Bank. Real banking, real difference.
This is an EduFair Ghana Foundation initiative.
Welcome to the first semi-finals of the maiden edition of the Royal Banking and Finance Challenge for tertiary institutions. The competition is aimed at improving financial literacy among Ghanaians. The competition is powered by EduFair Ghana Foundation and brought to you by the kind courtesy of the Royal Bank. Real banking, real difference.
The Royal Banking and Finance Challenge 2017 is supported by the Ghana Stock Exchange, Zenith, Chartered Institute of Bankers Ghana, Glycolife, Databank, Everpure, The Finder, TV Africa, GH1 TV, Joy News, Joy Prime and Adome TV, and proudly brought to you by the Royal Bank.
The Royal Bank. Real banking, real difference.
There's a place in my heart that makes me feel that you're the one. It's a place I wanna be, 'cause satisfaction guaranteed. From strength to strength you help me grow, 'cause you're there for me. And teach me how to be independent, 'cause you care for me. It's you.
The Royal Bank.
The Royal Bank.
The Royal Bank.
Banking with transparency, commitment to integrity.
The Royal Bank.
The Royal Bank. The Royal Bank.
The Royal Bank. Real banking, real difference.
From the beginning of time, we've had a natural instinct for growth, for progress, to reach for the skies. On the Ghana Alternate Stock Exchange, it is easier to take your business to the next level. Get listed and make long-term capital today. With less stringent requirements and support from the GAC Support Fund, you can take your business public and reap the endless benefits.
Today we have two semi-finals and we're going to introduce you to the competitors in the first semi-final, which promises to be full of fireworks.
Hi, my name is Kenneth Otu and I'm from the University of Ghana Business School. Today is a very exciting day because I think the competition is going to be very tough. We are meeting with Lancaster, Tech and Zenith, and these are very great universities, but we're very positive and we think we are going to win this particular competition and also take the trophy in the final competition. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Teresa Adoyobo and I'm very glad that we are going to have the semi-finals. I hope we do win and take the cup at the final lap.
Hello, my name is Ali Dufseni. We are from Zenith University College and her name is
Patience Chidimalpara. We're representing our school today at the semi-finals of the Royal Banking and Finance Quiz competition. We hope to scale through to the next round. Thank you.
Hello, this is Clement and I'm with
Grace.
We are representing KNUST for the Royal Banking and Finance Challenge, the maiden edition. We have qualified for the semi-finals and we are meeting Lancaster University, Zenith University and the University of Ghana. We hope that it's going to be a very nice competition and we pray so much that we will come out as victors. Actually, we've learned overnight the handouts, the kind of materials we use. I don't know, maybe I think Grace wants to say something.
Yes, we are actually prepared for this competition, and we are hoping that, Lord, we will win this semi-finals and move on to the finals, and at the end of it will be declared the overall winners of the 2017 edition of the Royal Banking and Finance Challenge.
Okay, like Grace said, watch out for KNUST.
Yes, we are ready. Watch out for us.
We are from the KNUST School of Business. Great minds
change the world.
To my far left, we have Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, represented by
Clement Amano
and
Grace Akipelu Ayoka.
Let's put our hands together for them. Next to them is University of Ghana, represented by Teresa and
Kenneth Otu.
And Kenneth. Now we move on to Zenith University, represented by
Patience Opara.
Patience and
Alidu Hussein.
Alidu. The last but not the least, Lancaster University, Ghana, is represented today by
Daniel Kujohine Boatin
and
Leah Sumo.
Okay, so let's put our hands together for all our competitors. Now at this stage, let me introduce you to our consultants for this year's competition.
Mr. K.S. Yamwa, Mr. John Ecosmart, Mr. Francis Owusu Echampon, Mrs. Victoria Gifty Abedu.
Let me inform you that 2 schools from this semi-final will qualify for the finals, and of course the winner will be declared the champion of the maiden edition of the National Banking and Finance Challenge, brought to you by Edufair, and all the 4 finalists will be awarded prizes, with the winner carrying away the accompanying trophy for keep. All other participating teams will be given certificates for participating. The rules for this round are as follows. There will be 4 rounds of questions. At the end of each round, the scores will be announced to show progress of each school. The quizmaster will indicate the time and marks allotted to each question. Where required, the quizmaster will also indicate the time and the marks allotted to each bonus question. A round may involve 1 or more sections, and the instructions related to that section in each round will be given by the quizmaster. The quizmaster and the consultants reserve the right to award less than the maximum number of marks where they believe that the answer given by a contestant does not fully meet the requirements for correctitude. Now let's start with round 1, and the instructions for this round is as follows. A number of options are provided for the questions that follow. Indicate the correct answer or answers as appropriate. You have only 1 opportunity in 10 seconds to answer correctly, and the question will not be passed on. Good luck, and let me start with you, KNUST. When a check bears a not negotiable crossing, does it mean that the check A cannot be negotiated to a third person, cannot be transferred to a third party, the crossing has no effect on the check, or the transferee of the check cannot acquire a better title than the transferor? 10 seconds.
The transferee of the check cannot acquire a better title than the transferee.
That is correct. University of Ghana. Which section of the Bills of Exchange Act 1961 protects a banker who pays a check bearing a forged or unauthorized endorsement? Is it section 80, 79, 58, or 82?
Section 58.
Section 58 is correct. Let me come to you now, Zenith University. Would you, as a banker, pay a cross check over the counter? Is it no, yes, sometimes, or yes with some qualification?
No.
Okay, the answer is no. a cross check should be paid to another banker or credited to a banking account. So that's the correct answer. Thank you. Now let me come to you, Lancaster University, Ghana. Which section of the Bills of Exchange Act 1961 protects a paying banker when paying a crossed check? Is it section 59, section 80, section 79, or section 81?
We believe it's section 79.
It's correct. It's section 79. Okay, so let me come back to you again, Lancaster, if I may. Which section of the Bills of Exchange Act 1961 provides protection for a collecting banker when collecting checks and similar instruments for a customer? Is it section 83, section 81, section 85, or section 87?
Section 81.
Section 81 is correct. Section 81 is correct. Now to you, Zenith University College. Identify the two odd ones out among the following. The two odd ones out among the following. The instruments which a collecting banker may collect under section 81 of the Act include. So there are two which they cannot. So those are the ones that you are identifying in this regard. Zenith University. Two of them.
Money order and postal order.
Money order and postal order is correct. Money order and postal order is correct. So let me come to you now. University of Ghana. I guess you're ready. What action may be brought against a collecting banker who negligently collects the proceeds of a check into the account of the wrong customer? Is it conversion, breach of contract, defamation, or illegality?
Conversion.
It's conversion. Thank you very much. It's conversion. And to you, Kwame Nkrumah, University of Ghana. The drawer of a bill of exchange is the principal debtor, whilst the maker of a promissory note is liable only in the secondary degree. Is this true? So is it no, yes, partially true, or is it true with some qualification? The drawer of a bill? Yeah.
No.
No, that is correct. The drawer of a bill is liable only in a secondary degree or capacity, and the maker of the note is the principal debtor. So let's take note of that. Let me start with you, KNUST, once again. If a car negligently knocks you down and you sustain injuries, within what period of time may you bring an action in court? Is it 2 years, 3 years, and 6 years?
3 years.
It's 3 years. But my consultant will want to give a further explanation. So the answer is correct. We'll give you the 5 marks, but he has a comment to make.
Yeah, 3 years is correct. However, there are instances where because the person who's been knocked down is not fully recovered, so cannot get the full benefit of the benefits of payment. So a court order can extend the number of years.
Okay. I hope we understand that because the person might be fully unrecovered, so they cannot even initiate the process of seeking the payment. So if the 3 year lapse, the court can, in this particular instance, for instance, make changes. Okay, if we know this, within what period of time may one institute an action for slander or seduction? So there's the one for cars knocking you down, but when you slander somebody. Okay, so within how many years?
2 years.
Within 2 years. Within 2 years, that is correct. So whilst the insurers will be thinking about 3 years, when you slander somebody slanders you, have 2 years to make sure you get remedy. Let me come to you then, Zenith University. Which case established the rule that a stranger to a contract cannot enforce it, nor sue or be sued on it. If you're a stranger to a contract, is it Tweedle versus Atkinson, 1861, Clayton's case, 1816, Woos versus Martins Bank and another, 1958, or Foley versus Hill, 1948?
Tweedle versus Atkinson, 1861.
Tweedle versus Atkinson, 1861 is correct. And finally, to you, Lancaster University. From which of these was the common law derived? Is it statute law, equity, custom, or ecclesiastical law? From which of these was common law derived?
Custom.
It's from custom. Thank you very much. And that should bring us to the end of round one.
Contact Center, which is part of the Operational Business Suite project embarked upon by the company, has become the interface between Zenith and its cherished customers. The Contact Center provides alternate channel for scheme members, including employers and the public, to make enquiries, lodge complaints, compliment and provide feedbacks. At the Contact Center, it's our job every day to make every important aspect of the customer experience a little bit better.
We deliver on our promise. S-S-N-I-T.
Zenith, we deliver on our promise.
Here at the Royal Bank, when we set out to develop a product, we ask ourselves one question: what can we do to deliver real difference to our customers? With the Royal Current Plus account, we believe we achieved just that. We took the best of a current account, an investment account, and an insurance product, and merged it all together as one to offer you real difference. The Royal Current Plus account, as we fondly call it RCP, offers you many features and benefits. For one, you get a checkbook. We give you free e-banking services, free advisory services, no maintenance charges whatsoever, and the best interest rates the market has to offer. But there's one more thing. RCP offers you a 4-in-1 insurance package that gives you life cover for yourself and one family member, accidental permanent disability, retrenchment cover if you are a salaried worker, as well as hospitalization. All of these go to form the Royal Current Plus account, and we believe that we have developed a product that will serve you in many ways. Here at the Royal Bank, that's our goal, and again, we've achieved it. The Royal Bank, as always, real banking, real difference.
At the end of a very exciting round one, each school has 15 points. In that case, let's see if we can get the same performance in round two, which starts from now. A question is asked in this round, and each school will take turns at giving part of the answer. There are enough answers for each school to have a go, and if they answer correctly in 15 seconds, the school is awarded 5 marks. And you have 2 opportunities within that 15 seconds to give us an answer, and the answer will give you 5 marks. So if we are ready, let's pick up on this. And for this particular question, there are a lot of possible answers, so I'm asking each one to mention 2. When the Bank of Ghana assesses a bank's financial and operational conditions, it looks at some parameters. Mention any 2 of them. I'll start with you, KNUST, if that's all right.
We have asset management. We have the management information system.
Okay, we'll give it to you. We're actually looking for asset quality. Yeah, of course, but once it's properly managed, we expect the quality to be up to scratch. Okay, so let me come to you, University of Ghana. Do you have any ideas? Can you give us 2?
risk concentration, and then the internal controls and internal audits.
In risk concentration and internal audit and internal control is also correct. I'll give you 5 marks.
Is it correct?
Zenith University. Can you give us 2?
Capital adequacy and liquid solvency.
Consultants, would you give him all the 5 marks?
3 points.
3 points. 3 points. I'll give you 3 points. I'm sure basically he's looking at liquidity and earnings, and that's why he referred to as solvency. But as the consultant said, we'll give you 3 out of the 5, okay? Lancaster, would you help us with any 2? Unfortunately, your options are limited.
Credit management and security arrangements.
I don't find this here. Well, unfortunately, I can't offer that. Okay, so let me give you the full list here. Asset quality, capital adequacy, risk concentration, liquidity and earnings, governance and administration, regulatory compliance, human resource development, portfolio management, internal and internal control, accounting, management information systems, and housekeeping. So there's a wide range of things that the central bank looks at when it comes for field audit of the banks. Okay, thank you very much. We can move on. I'm going to ask you to help the banks. They are currently challenged with large non-performing loans, and we are looking for solutions. And so you're going to outline steps a bank must take to reduce its bad loans portfolio. So this time round, I'll give the first shot to Lancaster University. Outline the steps a bank must take to reduce its bad loans portfolio.
They should have good credit management controls.
Good credit management controls. For 5, we'll give it to you. What about you, Zenith University?
They should award loans in better terms to avoid chronism.
Approve facilities as arm's length and minimize chronism. I think the key word is to minimize that. I'll give it to him. I think we need to, the key here is to make sure that you are doing it at arm's length. You do it the right way so that it's not, you are not giving it to your family, friends, because you are looking at faces. So avoid chronism. I'll accept that. Let me go to you, UG. Can you help us? There are so many of them.
There should be rigorous credit appraisal. And effective.
Okay, we'll award 5 marks. My consultants believe that it meets the standards. And then Kwame Nkrumah University.
They should have a rigorous credit monitoring system.
Monitoring. Okay, so we have the appraisal and the monitoring. I'll give you all the 5 marks. So we have a couple of them. They need to put in place a good and workable credit policy. Put in place a rigorous screening of credit proposals. So that's the appraisal stage. Approve facilities as arm's length and minimize chronism. Institute a rigorous credit monitoring regime. Ensure securities are perfected before facility is disbursed. Maintain a good and reliable records for each customer. Institute a delinquency management regime. And institute a credit recovery regime. So there were so many that students could have mentioned which would have been accepted. Okay, let me start again then. I'm sure everybody had his turn. So let me go back to UK and UST. Mention one type of security that can be listed. One type of security that can be listed. And we want you to be very specific.
Ordinary shares.
Ordinary shares, yes, it's acceptable. Ordinary shares is acceptable. Of course, preference or ordinary ones, both are acceptable. What about you, Eugene?
Bonds.
Bonds. I'll give it to him. There are several types of them. We have the corporate bonds, the municipal bonds, government bonds, etc. All of them would have been accepted. But bonds in general. There are 2 more. So maybe I come to you, Zenith. So there's pick one from the remaining 2.
Treasure bills.
I will not accept that. There are specific things that we are looking for.
Insurance policy.
No. To be listed. Securities that can be listed. on the stock exchange. Did you get a question well? Yes, Lancaster.
Debentures.
No, I'll not take that. The remaining two are unit trusts and mutual funds. So let's go to the next question. It's also for all of you. And let me start with you, Lancaster. We are looking at the advantages of using an insurance policy as a security for loan from the point of view of the banker. So just give me one advantage, insurance policy as a security for a facility, if you can help me.
Insurance policies can be easily valued by banks, so they can be
easy to value. I'll take that. Easy to value. Easy to value. They are easily valued by the bank. Zenith University, would you help me with one? Easy to value.
They are easily marketable.
There's a specific word. I think I'll accept that. Easy to transfer. You can easily sell it. I'll take that for 5. We'll allow it. Easy to transfer. We still have some. Yes, University of Ghana.
So it easily appreciates in value.
The value appreciates over time. It's possible. So it's also accepted. Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology for 5 points.
Does not pose any liability on the bank.
Hello?
Does not pose any liability on the bank.
In what way?
In terms of reduction in value.
I think somebody has talked about the appreciation or reduction, so I will not accept that. The options could have been easy to take. It's easy to take, easy to perfect, easy to value, easy to transfer, and the value appreciates over time. Okay? So that would have been other options available to you. Sorry. What about, so then let me come to you so that you have a quick pick, okay? And the rest will have to struggle for the rest. We are dealing with using a building property as security. The disadvantages to the banker using a building property as a security. Why would a bank prefer something else rather than the building property? What are the disadvantages?
The banker might attach emotional interest to the building property, so would not want to realize the security in the building.
I'll take that for 5. I'll take it. I'll take it for 5. I'll take that for 5. What about you, University of Ghana?
So it's difficult to liquidate. So it's usually hard for it to sell. It's difficult to liquidate, like fixed assets. It's difficult to sell them. So it takes a long time for you to appreciate or to get that value.
I don't want us to go over the selling bit of it. But sorry. Let me come to you, Zenith.
There is possibility that the value of the asset may fall.
It is possible. Thank you very much. It is possible that the value may fall. It is possible that the value may fall. What about you, Lancaster? Would you help me with one?
Yeah, building assets are too specialized, so they are hard to sell.
I think we've talked about a selling bit. So you have another shot. We've talked about a selling bit.
Yeah, the building property, banks may not want to have that asset on their balance sheet.
Not necessarily. I'll just go straight. It's cumbersome and tedious taking the security. So it's about the process. And the value may fall in bad times like we had from Zenith. The bank may not want to sell for emotional interest, as University of Ghana said. Was that? No, that was KNUSC. And there may be overriding interest. And they may be beneficial or overriding interest. So those were the ones we're looking out for. And that is why. So that brings us to the end of round 2. Thank you.
There's a place in my heart that makes me feel that you're the one. It's a place I wanna be, 'cause satisfaction guaranteed. From strength to strength you help me grow, 'cause you're there for me. And teach me how to be independent, 'cause you care for me. It's you.
The Royal Bank.
The Royal Bank.
The Royal Bank.
Banking with transparency, commitment to integrity.
The Royal Bank.
The Royal Bank. The Royal Bank.
The Royal Bank. Real banking, real difference.
The Royal Bank Student Account is a product by the Royal Bank designed specially for students in the tertiary institution to inculcate the habit of savings. You wouldn't want to run to mom and dad for every little thing after school. We need to show them that we have grown and we can take on some responsibility. You only need 10 cedis to operate such an account. You also get free SMS alerts and a free ATM card. Also, you can use this account to obtain a furniture loan once you secure your first job after school, an Obrasha loan. The Royal Bank, real banking, real difference.
At the end of the second round, the scores are as follows. Lancaster University of Ghana with 25 points. Zenith University with 33 points. University of Ghana with 35 points. And KNUST with 35 points. So we move straight into round 3, and this time we are going to use the lights. The first to press the light will be given the opportunity to answer the question in 10 seconds from the moment they press the light. And if you fail, we'll pass it on to the school to your left. And they have 5 seconds and 1 attempt to give us the answer. The first question in round 3. Which case law defined the relationship between a bank and its customer? KNUST.
Wood versus Martins Bank.
No. You have another chance.
Foley versus Hill.
Foley versus Hill is correct. It's Foley versus Hill. Which enactments defines the laws of Ghana? Zenith.
English application to Ghana, that is the law that came into existence.
No. The answer is not correct. So let me go to my left.
The 1992 Constitution.
That is correct. For 3 marks. For 3 marks. Now this one goes to everybody. After passing of the Mortgage Decree Act, in whom does the ownership of a mortgage property rest?
It rests on the mortgagor.
That is correct. Let's give our hands. Let's give them a hand. Yes. What important document of a company needs to be registered with the registrar of companies before a certificate of incorporation can be issued by the registrar general? Let me go to KNUST.
The regulations.
The regulations of the company is correct. Please. Okay, let me go on to the next question. And I'm dealing with checks. Okay, so listen carefully. I'll give you as much information as possible. When 2 parallel lines appear on a check, what kind of crossing is that? Zenith.
General crossing.
It's general crossing. Thank you very much. The price of one country's currency in terms of another country's currency is called what? Legon.
Indirect quotation.
You said?
Indirect quotation.
No. I'll move on to KNUST.
Exchange rate. Foreign exchange rate.
That is correct. It's the same thing. I'll accept that. I'll accept that. It's a foreign exchange rate. This is quite a long question, so please listen to the end. Which of the maxims of equity states that where a husband and wife purchase for their common use, in the absence of agreement to the contrary, they are presumed to have equal proprietary share, even if their contributions to the purchase money are unequal?
Equality is equity.
Equality is equity. Thank you very much. Which act defines the common law of Ghana? Lancaster.
The Judicatory Act.
No.
Judicatory Act.
No. Can we move on to Zenith?
The Interpretation Act. of 1960.
That is correct. That is correct. The Interpretation Act of 1960. Now listen to this one. If an economy has aggregate output of $2 trillion and aggregate demand of $1 trillion, then aggregate income is Legon.
$2 trillion.
$2 trillion. That's correct. Next question. To convert a nominal GDP to real GDP, you will use what? What do you use to convert? Lancaster?
The GDP deflator. Like
The GDP deflator. That's correct. The GDP deflator. That's correct. Thank you. What case established that a bank may be compelled to breach the duty of secrecy it owes to a customer in connection with the customer's affairs? Zenith.
The Turnier case.
The case law, please. The Turnier case is... I won't take that for... No. Yes, University of Ghana.
Tunia versus National Provincial Bank.
KNUST.
Tunia versus National Union.
No. Lancaster.
Tunia versus National Union Bank.
No, I'm not tempted.
It's provincial.
I understand. Because I didn't give Zenith, I can't give any of you. It's Tonia versus National Provincial and Union Bank of England. Okay? If you had not added the 1924, but you got the thing correct, I would have given it to you. But I wanted to the National Provincial as well as the Union Bank of England. Okay? This is also about case law. Okay? Just quick one. And it's banking contracts. What case determined that a promise to accept a lesser sum in satisfaction of a full debt must be supported by consideration before it can be enforced? KNUST.
Folks versus Bear.
It's correct. I'll accept that. It's Folks versus Bear. I'll accept that. Penal's case 1602, Folks versus Bear 1884. Both of them supported that. Okay. So, which of our enacted laws has made inroads into the common law position of consideration? Lancaster.
The contract law. Contracts. I don't understand. Like, give me. I don't understand. Contract law.
You know, when it comes to laws and acts, we want you to be a bit specific. That's why I can't award. Okay. So let me go to Zenith. Let me go to Zenith.
Contract law 1960.
Well, I'll take that. It's the Contract Act of 1960. Let's be a bit more specific. Sorry. Which statute mitigated or softened the harsh common law effect of frustration of a contract? Yes, KNUST.
Contract Act 1960.
That's correct. That's correct. That's correct. Okay, now this one too. This is quite interesting. This, I'm sure everybody will get it. What is the giving of one thing of value for another value known as in contract? Let's go to Legon.
Consideration.
That is correct. It's consideration. Yeah. That should bring us to the end of round 3.
Center, which is part of the Operational Business Suite project embarked upon by the company, has become the interface between Zenith and its cherished customers. The contact center provides alternate channel for scheme members, including employers and the public, to make enquiries, lodge complaints, compliment and provide feedbacks. At the contact center, it's our job every day to make every important aspect of the customer experience a little bit better.
We deliver on our promise. S-S-N-I-T.
Zenith will deliver on our promise. promise.
There's a place in my heart that makes me feel that you're the one. It's a place I wanna be, 'cause satisfaction guaranteed. From strength to strength you help me grow, 'cause you're there for me. And teach me how to be independent, 'cause you care for me. It's you.
The Royal Bank.
The Royal Bank.
The Royal Bank.
Banking with transparency, commitment to integrity.
The Royal Bank.
The Royal Bank. The Royal Bank.
The Royal Bank. Real banking, real difference.
Glyco Education Endowment Plan, GEEP. Glyco Education Endowment Plan is essentially an investment plan with insurance benefits designed for individuals to accumulate cash for the use in financing a child's and/or policyholder's education. The premiums paid by policyholders are invested in profit-yielding ventures to offer maximum returns at the time most needed. GEEP primarily provides insurance protection for the premium-paying parents. This way, should the parent pass on or become permanently disabled before maturity of the policy, the child's education is still fully guaranteed in proportion to premium outlay. In instances where the premium-paying parent passes on or is permanently disabled, Glyco Life takes over the monthly premium payment until maturity to pay the full expected benefits under the policy, as if the premium-paying parent has paid all premiums to its maturity. The minimum monthly premium is 50 Ghana cedis and is available for individuals between the ages of 18 to 65. The maximum age at entry is set at 59 years, with the maximum child's age set at 13.
At the end of the third round, the scores are Lancaster University, Ghana, 35 points. University of Ghana, 48 points. Zenith University College, 49 points. And KNUST, 58 points. Okay, we now move on straight away to our final round. We have been given financial statements for Francis Kokobin Limited. So basically, they have the income statement and they have the balance sheet. There are some few financial ratios which I've even given them the formula. So the formulas are there on the sheet. What they have been asked to do is to calculate the return on assets, and a simple formula has been given them: net income over total assets, return on investment, net income over owner's equity or shareholders' equity, net profit margin, in this case net income over sales, asset turnover, sales over total assets, working capital, current assets minus current liabilities. Current ratio is current assets over current liabilities. Quick ratio is the current assets minus inventory over current liabilities, just adopted, and the debt to equity ratio, total debt over total equity. Your 15 minutes starts now.
There's a place in my heart that makes me feel that you're the one. It's a place I wanna be, 'cause satisfaction guaranteed. From strength to strength you help me grow, 'cause you're there for me. And teach me how to be independent, 'cause you care for me. It's you,
the Royal Bank,
the Royal Bank,
the Royal Bank,
banking with transparency, commitment to integrity.
The Royal Bank,
the Royal Bank, the Royal Bank.
The Royal Bank. Real banking, real difference.
Do you also know that you can become a member of the Ghana Stock Exchange as a licensed dealing member or authorized dealing officer? In other words, you can become a stockbroker. A Ghana Stock Exchange certificate can set you off a career as an investment analyst or even an investment banker, building financial models and or managing a portfolio of investment or investment securities. You can broaden your horizon in the finance environment in terms of regulatory and security laws. Ghana Stock Exchange membership runs from levels 100 to 400 with a beginner's class in investment and the financial markets. Log on to www.jse.com.gh for more information.
So at the end of a very exciting competition, Zenith University had 98 points. Lancaster University, Ghana, 105 points. University of Ghana, 124 points. And KNUST, 128 points. So KNUST and the University of Ghana have both qualified for the final. To Lancaster University and Zenith University, we say better luck next time. You fought a good fight, and we'll see you next year. You've done well. You should be proud of yourselves. You should be proud of yourselves. So ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the contestants, and we should be proud of them. Let's put our hands together for them. We should be proud of them. I think the future of this country is bright with this kind of level of knowledge from our contestants. I think the semi-final has shown that the best schools actually qualified for the semi-finals. Thank you very much for coming, and we'll see 4 of you in the finals and the rest of you next year. Thank you.
My name is Daniel Kojo Heneboat, and I'm a final year accounting and finance student from Lancaster University, Ghana. We are out of the competition, sadly. It hurts a bit, but we took a lot away from the competition. I got to know so much about banking law in Ghana, understand where it's coming from, understand its principles, basically understand the law, and hoping to be a future banker. It's taught me a lot, and that's my takeaway from this banking and finance challenge. I mean, it was a challenge for me. We wanted Lancaster to win. I wanted Lancaster to win because I'm from Lancaster, and we didn't make it. But there's always a chance next year for students in my school to take over. But I'm grateful to EduFair and Royal Bank for setting up this competition. Without this competition, I wouldn't have learned a lot. I mean, when I say a lot, I've really learned a lot from this competition.
Personally, it's been a very great learning experience because this is my first year studying accounting and finance. So this really pushed me outside my limitations of accounting because it's a new course I had to pick up at banking. I had to learn it really quick. It was very, very exciting. This round was really tough. We had some really big name universities and they really gave it a good shot. I'm glad that we gave it our best, and we hope that next year we'll be back and perform better. Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Ali Dubseni. We represented Zenith University College, and her name is
Patience Chidimaupa.
Yeah, we just finished the semi-final round for Royal Bank Banking and Finance Quiz, which was being organized by EduFair Foundation, and unfortunately we couldn't progress to the next stage. But through this program we have learned a lot, and I hope that next year, if they organize the same program, we are going to be at the final round. Not just at the final round, we are going to take the trophy to our school back.
This experience has been eye-opening We've learned a lot. We've understood a lot about the financial markets. Hopefully, even as we finish from our schools, we're able to apply all we have learned. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Kenneth Otu and I'm from University of Ghana Business School. I'm quite glad we made it, even though I'm not very happy we didn't win. But I think we still qualified and we have a lot to be thankful for. It's a great thing and I think it should happen every year.
Hello, my name is Teresa Adoyobo and I'm really excited that we made it to the semi-finals.
Hello Ghana, this is KNUST and we are so excited. After the semi-finals, we have been declared the winners of the semi-finals for round 1. We are so excited. Clement.
It's an excitement. It's been a very nice competition. We said it earlier that we're going to be great minds. We are great minds and we are going to change the world. And I think it's reflecting in this place. We thank God so much that we are finally at the peak of it all. And I tell you, we are going to take the trophy away. So watch out for us. We are still the great minds. We are going to change the world.